Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Saturday Morning Coffee with Back to Basics Dog Training. For those of you who don't know me, and for those who do, I'm Leon. I'm the trainer here over at Back to Basics Dog Training, and each and every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I bring you this live free dog training Q&A session where all questions are on the table. Nothing is off limits. We talk about unwanted behaviors, bad behaviors, basic obedience tips, crate training, potty training, whatever it may be. I'm here to help. Anybody who's tuned in regularly knows this is a passion of mine. So guys, I need to see the comments to keep my energy flowing. Shoot me a comment. Let me know you're here watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Get your questions in there. The more I see, the more jacked up I get and the more excited I get to bring you this information to help you and your furry family members have that happy, balanced life we all want to have with our dogs. So with that being said, thank you for letting me into your home this Saturday morning. And good morning, Carol. It is absolutely a pleasure bringing this to you. So got your questions ready, put them in there. Guys, again, let me know you're watching. The more I see that comment thing on the side of my screen here pop up, more jacked up I get, and the more energy you'll feel from me. So with that being said, I did get an inquiry this week about somebody who has an escape artist. Our big problem is, good morning, Erica. It's been a while. Her puppy, her dog is escaping from its crate. She tried a regular wire crate. She tried a travel crate. This dog is Houdini, can get out. Most of the time, guys, when I see dogs escaping from the crate, it's one, we're not putting them in the crate in the right state of mind. Remember, guys, I'll talk about state of mind all day long. If you learn to reward, good morning, Jackie, the right state of mind, that calm state of mind, in everything you want to do with your dogs. So putting in the crate, going for a walk, greeting your guests, watching kids run around like kids do. And if we all learn to reward the calm state of mind and only reinforce the calm state of mind, our dogs will start becoming balanced. And that's the key. When we're dealing with Mother Nature, guys, we need to have a balance. It's got to be right on, smack on, 100% level balance. And my goal is always to bring you that strong foundation to start this journey with your dogs. So I haven't met this dog yet. I'm hoping she reaches out to me this week so we can set something up, because what I see on the videos I see her post on Facebook is the dog is almost frantic in the crate, which tells me it's not going into the crate in the right state of mind. And it doesn't matter if the dog is a puppy or 5-6 years old. We have the ability to reintroduce the crate as a good thing, as a calm place, as a Zen place. That's why I put that thumbnail up. I don't know if you guys saw the thumbnail, the dog sitting there doing the Zen pose and all that, or the Namaste pose, because it's so important. So what my plan would be, if I get the opportunity and the privilege of working with this dog, she needs to learn to put the dog in the crate in a calmer state of mind and make the crate. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, we got a question from Michelle. So while walking my dog, she always pulls towards other dogs, but is very timid and not friendly when we let the dogs meet. Is this just not social? It's not being socialized enough, Michelle. It's definitely an issue due to the world environment, the COVID being around. We got dogs during COVID and there was no real socialization. Yes, that is one thing. But again, since I talk about this state of mind, even if your dog is pulling towards the other dog, but you're noticing that she's unsure of this, don't let her pull you to the other dogs. Slow it down. You guide her to the other dog. So this way, it's building the trust in you. I'm going to bring you here. If I'm bringing you here, you have to trust that I'm bringing you to a good situation. It takes time, it takes repetition, but it starts with you, with my 4 C's of dog training, the calm, confidence, consistency to get the control you need to have for your dog. So it's real important. If you know she's timid, she's unsure, insecure, whatever words we want to put on it, you don't let her guide you to the dog. You guide her to the dog. The other thing, guys, I'm a firm believer when I meet dogs out in public with my dogs or dogs I'm working with or whatever, I don't let a lot of interaction on the leash. I just, good morning, Stephanie. How's things going over there with, wow, I just drew a Luke. We'll get into Luke in a little bit. So I don't allow a lot of interaction on leash. It's not the place for them to be interactive. The leash is designed, it's a training tool designed to use for the walk. When I introduce dogs, be it my dog Zoe or any other dog I'm working with another dog in public, it's a short leash. It's very calm. It's very relaxed. It's a lot of confidence in my part. But we do pack walks together. We don't interact. We don't play while we're on leashes. We don't do a lot of things on leashes. Reason being is dogs have a fight-flight mentality. So if they're insecure, like what we're describing here, that insecurity can trigger something. The dog's a little too excited, gets too close to the insecure dog, we got a nip, and then the other dog retaliates. So I don't allow the excitement period and the discussion. We're walking, we're traveling, and I need more people to do that. On leash is not the time for dogs to be interactive playing. Interactive as a pack, yes, there's a totally different world there, but interactive in a structured way. If you want them to interact playing, hello, Mary, that's in a dog park or in a yard or someplace secure where we can take them off leash only, again, if their state of mind is calm. But the first thing is, I will never bring an insecure dog over to another dog. I will never let me rephrase that, an insecure dog or a happy-go-lucky dog bring me to another dog. I will guide the whole process. I will be in charge. I will be calm and confident. So my dog, especially when I'm dealing with insecurity, understands, hey, just follow me. I'm never going to put you in a situation where it's bad. But it comes from my energy. Carol asks, we have 2 dogs now in our house. Good for you. We have a pack. My dog that is a pity dachshund mix that is now 10. We rescued a long-haired dachshund that was in need of a home. My dog's spicy pity dachshund mix. Scooter is the long-haired dachshund. My dog's never barked before. My dog never. Now he either barks or howls when Scooter starts barking. Any way to stop this? Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like I'm just trying to make the names right here. Scooter is more excitable. It sounds like Sipsy, what is a little calmer dog, but energy feeds energy. So again, not seeing it, not knowing the whole dynamic here, my first instinct would be to teach Scooter that the barking for no reason is unacceptable. So I would definitely start disagreeing with Scooter, and that's where your leash comes in. Scooter starts barking, no. And then praise the calmer state of mind. If it's the knocking of somebody at the door, practice that routine. Somebody knocks on the door, we don't answer the door until the dogs are calm. Because what happens when you have a 2 different energy dogs, you got this excited dog, yap, 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 and then you got the other dog who's now feeding off this energy. They can actually turn against each other because Sipsy may say, hey, I'm not comfortable with this energy anymore. Bam. Not saying it will happen, but it could happen. So we don't want that. So everything when you have a pack of dogs, guys, it's hard with one dog. Now you got a pack of dogs, which is more than one, is everything needs to be based on calm. There is no reason to do excessive barking. There is no reason to be barking at every sound you hear. But we have to teach them that for whatever the reason, Scooter is barking at whatever. You just want to teach Scooter that's unacceptable. Turn the no into a yes. So when you see the mind is calm, not just stopping barking, but stop barking and still, that's not calm. When you see stop barking and you see this go to, That's a better state of mind. Praise that state of mind. It's very similar to what I did with Luke when I worked in the house. I think it was this week. Yeah, Tuesday. A little different scenario, but you always go after the state of mind. So I would start correcting Scooter, which will show Sipsy a lot. And you definitely want to change that dynamic. So I hope that helped. Lucille, welcome. My 9-year-old 3-pound doesn't always come when called. So should I offer a treat every time as she does come? Well, you can practice with treats. Be the pack leader, absolutely. First timer here. Well, welcome. I hope you get a lot of information out of this. Please share this with your friends and family around the country, around the world, because the more people that come up here, guys, I get jacked. So what I would do here with your little, I don't know, with your little girl here is practice recall. It doesn't matter if she's 9 years old. Doesn't matter. The beauty of dogs is they live in the moment. So I would start on your 6-foot leash, and no problem, Carol. I'm glad. Tune in either Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, guys. Remember, I do this again Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock also. Or next Saturday, Carol, let me know how it goes. Because if it's not working for you, we got to come up with another solution. So I would start on my 6-foot leash, and I would use high-value treats. And when I say high-value treats, I'm not talking about milk bones. I'm talking about boiled up chicken, low-sodium hot dogs, cheese, something of high value. And we're going to make the dog, we're going to recondition the dog. So you're going to let her get out to the end of the 6-foot leash. You're going to call her by her name with a lot of excitement in your voice. Come or here, or whatever word you're going to use. And you're going to use the leash as a guide. So you're going to apply a little bit of pressure. As soon as she starts coming towards you, you're going to release that pressure. You're going to praise her. She gets to you. Boom, treat. Yes. And really get jacked up with your energy, because this is the best thing in the world. Recall is so damn important, guys. And then you do this 50, 100 times, whatever it takes. And after maybe 5 or 6 times, and she's getting it on the 6-foot leash, every other time give a treat. Then every third time, try to wean away from treats. Otherwise, we're going to have obese dogs. The next thing I would do is put 2 6-foot leashes together, start doing this from 12 foot away. And then eventually 25 foot, 50 foot away. And you do rinse and repeat. But you have to be confident. When you say, whatever her name is, come, you got to know. Yes, even in the house, because remember, guys, the leash is a training tool. I don't know what BB means. Oh, BB's the dog, I'm assuming. The leash is going to be your training tool. It's your guide. It's going to help you. So, whoa, that's a big question. Give me a second on that, because I got one before you here, Catherine. Why isn't my computer working here? I don't understand computers. So the leash is going to start the process to have an off-leash recall, but you need to start somehow. So yeah, I would do this as an exercise, as practice, as training, as the journey, whatever we're going to call it. In the house, no distractions, but you do want to take this outside where there's distractions, because when there's distractions, it's a lot harder. But I did this with my dogs. I do it with dogs I work with. I start on a leash, because if you can't guide them, they're going to get distracted. And so the leash gives you the guide, so you can guide them, almost like you're reeling in a fish, nice and easy. You're not fighting with the fish. You're just reeling it in, nice and easy, and you're going to guide them. And what they're going to learn is, oh, when I come to you, we're going to get a treat. Eventually, no, but the treat's going to be when they come to you. If you really tune into your energy, and you're truly happy that they came back to you, that is a treat. So you start in the house, 6-foot leash. 12-foot leash, as long as you can do in the house, but then you do want to do these exercises outside as well, because once we're outside, we have a lot more distractions. So I hope that made sense. Erica, I need to calm my dog down when someone comes to the door. My little terrier Luca gets upset. My bigger dog Finley gets super excited and happy and wants to overwhelm people with love. Yeah, so you need to represent that as calm. The terrier is getting upset because that energy is just off the chart of the excitement and doesn't like it. So what I would do is, again, set your dog up for success. Have somebody go to your door, family member, it could be somebody living in the house, it could be a neighbor, a friend, a relative, whatever, that doesn't mind standing outside for any length of time. Have them knock on the door. It's going to trigger the excitement. Have your leashes handy. If Finley gets when Finley gets excited, you put the leash on and you're going to make your correction. Nope. Again, you're not trying to throw the dog into the world. You just got to unlock the brain. And nope, sit. And when you see that state of mind is calm, start the process of opening the door. You're going to do this in the vicinity of the door. You always want to make sure your dog is sitting someplace where you can open up the door comfortably without the dog being in the way. So they have to be 3-4 feet away from the door. And when you start the process of opening the door, if Finley gets excited, stop the process, recorrect, re-give the command of sit until you can get the door open. And then short leash. When your guests come into the home, here's the key. It's no look, no touch, no talk to the dog, period. Reason being is if they address the dog, they're going to reward the wrong state of mind. So when your guests come in, they have to walk pretty much past the dog. They can say hello to you, not direct anything towards the dog to Finley. Walk past, go to wherever they're going to go, the kitchen, the living room, the den, whatever. They're sitting. Finley's calm. You bring Finley over to your guest in a calm state of mind. And then your guest can give Finley affection in a calm state of mind. So he's learning. One, I don't get the prize behind the door. Like, let's make a deal. It's been a door number one, Monty. He won't get that reward until he calms down. Then he won't get the next reward, which is the affection that he wants from the human, unless he's in a calm state of mind. So when they're petting him, if he starts getting excited, you're going to check him up. Nope. Sit. Tell the person to stop petting him, of course. And then when he's in a calm state of mind, continue. You're always going after the calm state of mind. And what you will find is your little terrier will chill out a little bit. Because they won't shoot, won't be upset. Lucas won't be upset because the energy is going to be calmer. He's telling you, I don't like this excited energy. Neither do I. I don't like when I come into people's homes and dogs jump all over me. It's a horror. You can just feel that excited energy. So you'll see a huge dynamic change. You'll see it, but it's coming from rewarding the calm. Same way, you guys come home, don't reward Finley's overexcitement. Make him earn your affection. How does he earn your affection? When he's in a calmer state of mind. So I hope that helped. Catherine says, my 10-year-old Yorkie Tina, I think that's right, has always had separation anxiety, even though I'm home pretty much 24/7. Her anxiety has gotten worse since my other Yorkie died a year ago. I'm so sorry. When I have to leave to go to an appointment, I watch her on camera and see that she barks and almost nonstop and runs around downstairs every 5 or 10 minutes, leaving music on TV or the TV on, talking to her through the camera doesn't help. Any suggestions? She has her toys, plays with them. I can't. Yeah. So yeah, my suggestion would be is let's rethink how we're leaving the house. I always say it depends. Now that you have in your head this is what's going to happen, we can project a lot of energy, a lot of negative energy because, oh my God, I got to leave. I have an appointment tomorrow and I know she's not going to be happy about it. And we go through this whole human thing in our head. One, forget it. That was yesterday. Don't worry about it right now. So what my suggestion would be is, one, take her for a good, structured walk before you leave. If you make the time to do that. Before you leave, put her in a place. Use a place command. Go to your place. And take the last 15 minutes before you have to leave to calm everything down. Because most of the time, especially when we're dealing with dogs with separation anxiety, it's like, I got to get out of the house. I can't. No. Slow it down. Don't make a big deal when you leave. Don't even think of, just send her to place for the last 15 minutes. Give her place where she has a chill zone. And when you're ready after 15 minutes of not being ramped up because I got to get to the appointment, I got to worry about her, blah, blah, blah. No, I just got to get to an appointment. Just walk out of the house. Don't say anything. And what you can do on the weekend when you don't have appointments is help her set up for success. Do the same thing. Walk out. Stay outside 5 minutes, come back in, hey, I'm home. And then make it 10 minutes, make it 15. Work up to the duration. But if you leave the house calm, not worrying about her reaction, because that energy is projected to her, everything has to be based on calm. That's why I like the place command. I would be, and I'm sorry, I forgot. Tina, go to your place. That place represents calm, so no excitement in that place. Don't worry about the toys. Don't worry about all that. You can have some toys there, but don't get her excited for the toys. Have her settle down there. When she's settled, 15 minutes, you're calm. Your energy is going to be overpowering as long as you stay calm and just say, hey, I'm just going to an appointment. I'll be back. No big deal. But to yourself, not, oh my God, I got to get to the appointment, get back because she's going to have separation anxiety. Just, this is what it is. Calm, confidence, and you just walk out, head up, chest out, and you walk out and you go. I would practice it when you're home. Again, start short duration, work your way up. I hope that answered the question. Just a reminder, Hope is full of anxiety tripod. She goes crazy when anyone comes over, so much so that she injured her rear leg from the way she reacts. I have covered as much as I can with the rugs and runners so she doesn't slip. I now have to put her in the bedroom when somebody comes. That's one of the, if anyone arrives, and then let her out. She runs towards them when whoever is here and runs away. This goes on for a while. Recently, after company is here for a while, she squatted and urinated, specific thing. And I'm putting her in another room initially when some okay now arrived, the wrong thing to do. Sorry, no problem about the lengthy. I'm not a big fan of putting a dog into another room or into their crate when people come over. It's, in my mind, it's a bad association. People come over, I get locked up. I'm part of this pack. Why am I getting locked up? No, we have to teach her, no matter what, tripod or not. Again, I know we had this conversation last time. Look at her like if you're another dog. Another dog doesn't look at a tripod dog and say, oh my God, the poor baby. They're still going to apply rules. The rule has to be when people come into your house, like we talked about earlier, that needs to represent calm. The problem you're going to have over most people is when people come into your house, they're going to see a tripod and feel bad. They can't. So you should do the same practices that I was talking about earlier, is set her up for success. Have her on a leash, have somebody come to the door. You could be in the living room, the door could be 15 feet away. You don't make that approach to that door until she's calm. And if you have to stay in one place for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes, because again, she can hurt herself and we don't want that. But you have to make that journey from wherever she is to the door calm. This is something that, guys, it's hard to work on. I'm not saying it's easy. This is why we have trained professionals to help guide you through this. But if you can master getting her to that door calmly, have her sit politely, and invite your guest in, it still doesn't mean they're to interact. Again, no look, no touch, no talk. You can definitely work on it. It takes time. Don't forget, depending on how old the dog is, we're rewiring the brain for as many years as this has been going on. So if it's a 6-month-old puppy, the transition goes a lot quicker than a 6-year-old dog. So just take your time. But remember, guys, it comes from you. Calm, confidence, consistency to get the control. That means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you are a calm, confident pack leader. But it starts with you. My vet suggested giving her dog food kibble for treats. She does love kibble. If that's fine. There are certain things I would use the kibble for. when I do use treats, which is not often, I use high value treats, because what I'm working on with the treats is high value to me. It's important to me. So I understand you can use it as kibble. It's definitely better than milk bones and all the training treats and all that. But the recall to me is the most important basic obedience command. So I use something that's really worth the time, if that makes sense. And Carol, I hope I answered your question. I don't remember where you live. If you're here in the Carolinas, I can definitely help you. We can do a one-on-one Zoom. Guys, remember, if you're not here local to the Carolinas, we can do Zoom sessions where I'm focused strictly on you and not on all the questions I get. Zoom is a great way for me to help you. I will be up on Long Island middle of April, first week of May, and probably back the second or third week of May. I'm not sure yet. So if anybody wants to book me while I'm there, let me know. I'll put up my contact information now so you guys have it. If I can find it, because I never know where anything is. There I am. You can always reach me at this information here. Thank you. I'll do anything but the long walk before I leave. I'll try that. Yeah, do a good long structured walk before you leave, because it'll tire her out mentally. And if you can tire them out mentally, they don't have the energy to react to certain things. Very thankful for your help. My pleasure. Stephanie, we'll get into your house. I wonder how things are going. I'll follow up with you a little later today anyway. My dog gets so excited and starts barking even when watching TV, and there is a doorbell on TV. Is that crazy? No, it's not crazy. I've seen it. I've seen dogs react to other animals on TV. Again, set them up for success. Record shows that you know, it sounds stupid. Record the sound of a doorbell. Hey, you get to see my ring lights, eh? Yeah, I'm like really professional here. Record the sound on your phone of a doorbell and play it. First, start off at a lower volume. That represents calm. Go up higher. That represents calm. That's a great way to do it, guys. I've recorded on this thing. I've recorded the sounds of fireworks, thunder. I haven't done doorbells yet. But you can represent that through your phone. We all have probably Bluetooth speakers. Start teaching that sound represents calm. Record the sound of somebody knocking. Knock on your own door. Record it. Whatever it takes. So if you don't have the opportunity to have somebody stand outside for you, you can still mimic it from the phone. So try taking advantage of that. She is only in her room until the person gets inside. I do not keep her there. I understand, though. I need to leash her and control her anxiety at the door with you. Right, but Carol, it's going to come from you, your energy, that calm confidence. What you're doing is the best thing for her, and you got to feel it. And once you get that calm confidence, she's just going to follow you. Also, we don't coddle her because she is a tribe. Good. We have a few handicapped beings in this house. I work on that. I'll work on what you advise. We're here in New York. Yeah, and if you need me when I'm up there on Long Island, let me know. We'll set up something. Please put your contact information up. Erica, I did put my contact information up. I hope you see it. Are you familiar with Vet Radiant and additive in the water for dental health? Ever in New York City? I can be in New York City. It's not a problem. I mean, it's a train ride away from where I'm going to be. I'll be out east on Long Island, so I can always hop on the train. I'll be in Babylon, so again, I can always hop on the train. I've never heard of that, so I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I'll do my research after this, but I've never heard of it, so I don't want to give bad information, guys. Sorry. Phil is here. When someone comes to my house and Junior reacts, I ask him to go to his place. Beautiful. He goes there. I don't close the door. Beautiful. And when he's calmed down, I let him out and he seems fine. Is that okay? That is perfect, because you're not locking him in. There's a huge difference. Go to your place, which could be a dog bed or a crate, or even another room, whatever it is. You're not locking him in. You're still keeping him part of the process. When we close the door, even if it's a crate that they can see through, you're taking them out of the process. You're taking them away from the pack. If you send them to a place and they have freedom to come in and out, they learn this is how they got to do it, and that's fine. I love it, Phyllis. That's perfect. Thank you again for your advice. It is absolutely my pleasure. Like I said, Catherine, I do these things Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I do them again Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Join me anytime, ask your questions, give me the feedback, let me know how it's going. Guys, my contact information's up there. Again, you can always ask me questions one-on-one. My dog barks constantly when watching TV and sees other dogs and some people. Yeah, so what I would definitely do in this case, Donna, is record dog shows. Go to the Animal Planet channel or whatever and look for dog shows. Record them. When you're in the right state of mind and you're in a calm, confident state of mind, hook your dog up to the leash, put the shows on, and start disagreeing, and then praise when calm. The object is you want them to lay down and watch TV with you without the noise. I see it now. Thanks. Okay, great. Given my Long Island vets, where are you located? I am actually located in Indian Land, South Carolina. I started on Long Island, of course. And yeah, I'll have to look up what that Vedden radian is. Okay. My Facebook Lives, Erica, are 11 a.m. every Saturday morning, Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesday evenings, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They're posted out on my Facebook page, Back to Basics Dog Training, my personal one, Leon Davidman. And Remember Me Rescue. Up in the upper, I guess for you, that would be the upper right-hand corner, is a QR code. If you guys scan that, that will bring you to my YouTube channel. We go live on there as well. Plus, I have videos up there. When will you be in New York? Babylon is not very far from us. Thank you for all your advice. As of right now, I think I'm going to be, hold on, well, I guess. It will be, I think I'm going to be heading up there. I'm leaving on Sunday, April 16th. I'll be up there on the 17th, and I will be there all the way through. So April 17th, but I am doing a 2-week, I'm going to be doing a board and train while I'm up there in somebody's home. So I will have time to train, but not the first 3 or 4 days I'm up there, just so everybody knows. And I will be there till May 6th. And then I think 2 weeks later I'll be back, or a week later I'll be back. I received training through ABC College, and yep, but have not had the opportunity to do it. Where are you located, Lucille? I forgot what you said. If you're located down here, I'll be happy to mentor anybody from the ABC school, college. But you definitely, if you already received your certificate on New York City, while I'm there, I mean, if you want to come out and do some work with me on that board and train, I'm open to teaching anybody. I'm one of those dog trainers, believe that for one, there's enough dogs for all of us. But if we can get the word out and, work in a method that is not, ABC school is a great school. I've looked at some of their courses. As a matter of fact, I'm reaching out to them this week to become a mentor for their programs. But balance training is a misnomer. Positive reward is a misnomer. You come up with your own training method. I like the fear-free training. I believe in fear-free training. I never cause fear in a dog. If you're creating fear in your dog to get your dog to listen, you are doing it wrong. That's why every week I stress it is so important to say no to your dog. But if you don't teach your dog how to turn that no into a yes, you are abusing your dog. And I do not have the patience, tolerance for that, even though I do have my no anger, no frustration, no nonsense approach. It's real important. Tools should never scare the dog. Tools are their set. They're tools. If used properly, no tool will hurt the dog if used properly. So with that being said, guys, I love the questions this week. So we talk. Oh, so I want to talk a little bit, if Stephanie's still there, and if it's okay with her, talk about Luke a little bit. Luke, Luke, I had the privilege of working with this week on Tuesday. I talked about it a little bit Tuesday evening. Luke, for whatever reason, and I know some of the reasons, I'm not going to get into it because they're kind of personal for the people, became very protective of his crate, to the point where he can be anywhere in the room, and if you touch his crate, he's coming after you. It's definitely a fear-based reaction that I saw, and I pushed him harder than most people probably would have, as far as average dog lovers. Definitely harder than Stephanie and Ken pushed him. So what I did is I saw his reaction to the crate, and first time I walked near the crate, he basically tried to nip at my sneakers. So I'm like, okay, so we got to take this away. For some reason, and again, I think I know why. I think he was put into the crate, and Stephanie, I apologize if this is. It's important that people understand this. He was put into the crate when he showed unwanted behaviors. So the energy when he was put into the crate was more out of anger and frustration. Yes, we didn't know how to push him and curb the anxiety. How's it going, Stephanie? And like I said, I'll follow up with you later today because I'm curious on how things are going, even though normally I wait a week. You've been on my mind this whole week. So he was put in there when he showed these unwanted behaviors. So again, when we put a dog in a crate, like I started today's conversation with, in anything but a calm state of mind, that's how we're representing this crate. So he was being put in there when he showed unwanted behaviors towards Ken, showed any type of aggression, whatever. He was being put into the crate if he was reacted to anything, be Ken coming into the room, whatever it may be. So when he was put in there, it was anger and frustration. So now also he felt this crate represented his territory. This is mine. I need to protect it. So I brought my trusty tennis racket with me, and I don't use tennis rackets to play tennis with the dog. It's my extension of my hand. I mean, he's a holy mackerel terrier, Westie. And they're low to the ground. I'm 6'5". So I used the tennis racket as a blocker. And I went near the crate. I put the tennis because but he wasn't really, he was nipping at the tennis racket. He wasn't going for a bite at first. And I waited him out. I let him throw his punches. And I stayed calm, confident. And I didn't say much to him. Maybe a few times I said nope, but I didn't talk to him. And I waited him out. And he did those. And eventually he realized, wait a second, this guy's not backing away from me. What do I do? And he sat, and at first he sat. And then all of a sudden I saw, and I said, good. And I turned around and walked away from him. I still had him on a leash. And right away went back to the crate. He had his temper tantrum. Exactly. That's what this is. These are temper tantrums. Dogs are used to, if I do, I get my way, I win. So we did it again. The second time, which I expected not to take as long, took longer. And I said, okay, something's not working. He's not registering what I want. So what I did is confidently walk towards him. He was coming at me, at my tennis racket, and I started walking towards him. And basically what I did is I backed him up. So he's throwing all this nonsense at me. And I'm showing him, I'm not afraid of you, pal. I'm still calm. So eventually, and unfortunately, I backed him into a wall because that's as far as we could go. He sat, same routine. When I walked away. Did it a third time. Now, the third time was the aha moment. And instead of nipping at the tennis racket, he went for the full-fledged bite of the tennis racket. He gave me his best shot. Best shot. Then I stood my ground, again, calm, confident, and walked towards him as he's doing all this. And he didn't take as long as the second time. He settled down. He sat. He panted. He relaxed. I saw that switch that I was looking for. And I walked away. Then I happen to look at Stephanie and Ken, and I'm like, okay, I need to show them this dog is understanding what I'm doing. And what did I do? I just kneeled down and invited him over to me, and he came right over to me. Didn't try to bite me. Didn't. He was my BFF at that point. Then I said, all right, we need to give him a break because mentally I've been beating the crap out of him. I sat down, and he's on a 6-foot leash still. He could have taken the whole 6-foot leash and gone by mom, gone by dad. He stayed by me. It was beautiful because here's the guy that just disciplined them, quote unquote, disciplined them, but he stayed with me. Why? Because he understood. I understood him. We talked for about 15, 20 minutes. I don't remember because time was always up to me. And then I'm like, all right, Steph, you take the leash. I'm going to go near the crate. Let's see what he does. I went near the crate. He got a little anxious. I told her to correct because there's no reason to be anxious when I walk near his crate or touch his crate. Stephanie made a great correction. He looked at her for guidance. And I said, praise him when he does that. And she praised him. And I walked back to the crate. He reacted a little less. She corrected, looked at her for guidance, praised, went back to the crate. No reaction. Then I asked Ken to go by the crate because Ken was his target most of the time. Again, a little bit more of a reaction, but Stephanie did a phenomenal job. Her timing on her correction was great. Again, he looked at her for guidance. And eventually, I got Zoe underneath my feet here. They got it. So I'm hoping things are going real well. Like I said, I will definitely follow up with you later. Today, I'll shoot you a text or a phone call. Ken is still his target. Ken, again, you, Stephanie, have to advocate for Ken, saying this is unacceptable because he does look at you more for guidance. And Ken's just got to breathe in the roses, blow out the candles. It's going to come from the energy. Phyllis says, so true about putting a dog in the crate. The person who adopted Junior before I did forced him and closed the door. I had to get him to trust me. Yep, absolutely. And this is what I want to do. And I'm going to ask the lady if she calls me this week to work on her dog with the crate, with the Houdini dog, to teach people. We're going to try to record it. I did, and he had an issue last night. All right, so I'll give you a call as soon as we wrap this thing up today. We're almost done because we're at the magic 45-minute mark. I'll give you a call, see if we can regroup a little bit. I have a feeling we may need more than one session, unfortunately, and my goal is always one session, but it's how you handled last night that's going to make the difference. Guys, remember, we can show our dogs, we can guide our dogs, we can take them on the journey with us and change these unwanted behaviors to better behaviors, to good behaviors, to great behaviors. But at some time during this journey, they're going to test us. Those tests are so crucial that if you fail that, it's hard to get it back sometimes. If you pass that test, you got them for life. Jenna, yes, I'm feeling better. It was a short temper tantrum. Good. Thank you for asking. I think it was more allergies. I don't know about the fever, but it was the day after our cars all turned yellow down here, and my throat was killing me. And I don't know. I feel better today. Hopefully it continues that way. But thank you for asking. So guys, and I'm glad it was a short temper tantrum, and it's how you handled it. They probably kept it short. I will get in touch. Thank you again. My pleasure, guys. So we're going to start wrapping this up for the weekend, guys. And again, I'll be back here on Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern time. If anybody wants me to have a subject of the week to talk about Tuesday evening, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, message me on Facebook, whatever. I appreciate you, Stephanie. I appreciate you and Ken and Luke, and I forgot the other one's name, the puppy, because I really didn't focus on the puppy. If you guys will have a subject of the week you want me to talk about first, get in touch with me. Let me know. With that being said, guys, thank you, Betty. Thank you for letting me into your homes each. Oh, no problem, CC. I'm not wrapping it up if you have a question. So if you have a question, type it in there. You can always catch me on the replay too, or join me Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock. But I'm going to give Cece a couple seconds, see if she has a question before I sign off, because that's why I'm here, is to help. And I can take a sip of my coffee. So guys, again, in the upper right-hand corner, I believe, of your screen is a QR code that takes you to my YouTube channel. Please scan it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can catch me live on there too. And moving forward, I am really going to try hard to start recording some of my sessions. My keter is testing me. Plants on floor, shoes. Okay, so again, Cece, that's great. Most puppies do this, and it is a test. Akitas are strong-minded dogs. We know this. So what I would suggest you do is not pick up the shoes off the floor, not pick the plants up off the floor, because that's not teaching. That's avoidance. Is put shoes down on the floor. Have I don't know if it's boy or girl. Have the dog on a leash. And when they start getting to, if this is the shoe and they start going, and you start seeing, not the smelling is normal, but if you start seeing it get, bam, pop the leash, no. And you do this in a girl. So you do this with her in a controlled environment. You put the shoe down, you're in training mode. You got to dedicate, when you got puppies, guys, you got to dedicate 2 to 3, 4 times a day, 15-minute sessions to work on some of these behaviors. So what I would do is throw shoes all over the floor, socks, bring the plant into the middle of the floor, and you're going to challenge them. But again, calm confidence, because if you're not calm and you're not confident, this ain't happening. And when she gets a little too close, where you see the mouth starting to go, I'm going to get the shoe. Bam, no. Whoa, what was that? When you see the mind change, praise. You can give treats. She's a puppy. I don't particularly like the treats for these lessons, but you can. And then you keep the shoes there. I did this with the gentleman with a 12-week-old German Shepherd puppy, and I'm going to try to get him actually next Saturday to do an interview with me, guys. So that should be interesting. Where his puppy was eating the plants, and we didn't have him on a leash, so I just actually did a touch. I'll do it on this side so you can see a little bit better. I actually bit the dog in the neck with my hand, and when he was going for the plant, I went, nope, and whoa, backed away. Tried it again. I did it again. Boom, backed away. I was like, uh-oh, this is serious. And I didn't do the touch to hurt the dog or scare the dog. I didn't do it out of, I'm macho man. Yeah, we hide our stuff, but that's avoidance. We're not teaching them not to chew the shoes. And after the second correction, dog started going back to the plant, got to where I started the boundary where I set by the plant. I was like, oh, wait, I'm not doing that again. Boom, walked away. And now if he goes near the plant, Will can just basically look at him, get his attention, look at him, and Ace turns around, walks away. So he's learning at 12, 13, 14 weeks old that this is unacceptable. And they're doing the same thing with shoes. Eventually, we're going to work food into it. We're going to put food on the floor. And if it's not in your bowl, you're not getting it type of routine. But it's just consistency. Calm, confidence, consistency to get control. CC, it will work if you believe it'll work. Because that's all this is, guys. It's a belief in a system, which is that calm confidence. If you can tap into that, you will succeed. So, guys, thank you for all these questions. It was a great, great session. Remember to share this with your friends and family around the country and around the world. The more people we get, the more questions I get to answer, the more jacked up I get. This keeps me on a high all day. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me into your homes each and every Saturday morning. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here with you guys, sit down and have our coffee. As always, stay healthy, stay safe. God bless. And remember, together, we can help one dog and one family at a time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. We'll see you Tuesday night.